This is a video by Richpin. Today we're doing some more troubleshooting on the fuel pump circuit. Now if you check the connector in the trunk and you showed no current there, well, we have to go up front and we want to check the IP bat fuse. It's a 30 amp fuse. Now if you don't know where it is, if you look inside the cover, there'll be a graph in here and it will show you where that fuse is. Now in this particular Gen 2 Saturn, it is the third one from the edge right here. 1, 2, 3. This one right here. Now on top of that fuse, there are little pins on both sides, so you can check current coming in and current going out. There's one side of the fuse, and there's the other side of the fuse. Now if that fuse does not light on both sides, well, check the fuse and check the current going into the fuse. Now if the fuse checks out okay, we need to go over to the inside of the vehicle, and in here you'll see the inside fuse panel. Now the first thing we need to do is check and see if the relay is working properly. Now what you can do is you can swap this relay right here, which is the fuel pump relay, with the blower motor relay. Now, if after swapping those relays you still don't have current at the connector in the trunk, remove the fuel pump relay. And we want to check this pin right here on the left corner. That is the pin that goes up to the IP bat fuse. We want to see current there. So make sure that your little probe doesn't touch this metal right here, because that should be live. Put your multimeter on DC voltage and we should see 12 volts there. Now if we don't see 12 volts there, well, that's the problem. Somewhere between here and the IP bat fuse. Now, if we do see current there, we want to see if current is getting to the fuel pump fuse right here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to jump this pin over to the output pin right here, which outputs to the fuel pump fuse here. So, we need to remove this 10 amp fuel pump fuse, and I've got a small little jumper here made from a 20 amp fuse. So we're gonna jump the output pin to the 12 volt pin. Now, over here where you took the fuse out of the fuel pump, the right pin will be the output, so you should see 12 volts there. Now, if you don't see 12 volts there, well, the problem lies in the fuse panel between that pin, this fuel pump pin, to the output pin. Now, if you do see voltage here, and that 10 amp fuel pump fuse is good, well then the problem lies somewhere between the left pin here and the connector in the trunk. And that's it for troubleshooting the fuel pump circuit.